I think we're too close. We can never be close enough. I'm sorry, that was very weird of me. I need some more water. I haven't drank enough water today. I didn't think this through because I don't want to get back up. So I guess we're just not gonna have any water. Okay. Hey babes, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Isha if you're new here, and if you are new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe for more videos from me. Also, I'm gonna social medias will be linked down below if you want to follow me and be locked in as always. And also my Goodreads is always linked down below, so we can be in tuned and in the know of what we're both reading. Okay, I want to be in the know of what my girls are reading. Okay, it's just, it makes life fun. Okay, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. In today's video, we are going to be talking about one of my favorite book tropes. You know, when a book has this trope in it, just know it's immediately added to my TBR. It's immediately in my cart, checking out. It is just one of the best tropes out there. Urge of convenience. I hope y'all are clapping too. A marriage of convenience. It's just something about a marriage of convenience when they've been like kind of platonic the whole time and something happens to the wife and he's like, my wife. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. If you ever touch my wife again, I'll break every bone in your body. And on that note, we're gonna start off this video. Oh, and on that note, this video is my favorite books. This video is kind of part of a series that I do where I'm talking about my favorite books from my favorite book tropes. I have a lot of favorite tropes in books, okay? I love a lot of tropes. So this is probably gonna be a long series, but I haven't filmed one of these in like some months. So we're gonna start off strong with one of my favorite books of all time, from one of my favorite authors of all time, Maria Zapata, The Wall of Wig Picking Me. Now look, she's a thick one. She's a thick one. This is also a slow burn. This is also a slow burn. So this is my first book that introduced me to Maria Zapata. One. So love her down. Okay. Also, this is one of the first books that really got me into, like, yeah, I'm my reading girl life. Not era, because this is not an era. This is a lifestyle. I'm my reading girl lifestyle, okay? It's one of the books that got me into it. And I was just like, I'm hooked forever. I read the book, bought the audiobook. I listened to the audiobook, not to be dramatic. I listen to the audiobook at least once a month. At least once a month. If I am in... if I'm in a state, if I'm crossed about something, I'm thinking about The Pride and Prejudice. It's been playing in my head all day. I don't know. It's one of my favorite movies. It's my favorite movie. Not gonna lie. Okay, anyway. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Let's focus. Center ourselves. Okay, so yeah, what was I saying? I don't know. Okay, so what was I saying though? Like, truly, what was I saying? Okay, anyway. So this is one of my favorite books. Osa's book, probably once a month. Love this book. It's my comfort read. It is one of those books that I know that every time I read it, it's just gonna put me in a better mood and like change my perspective on my life. Okay, so I don't know why. I do know why. It's amazing. This is a 5-star read. This is a 6-star read for me. Infinity and Beyond. I love this book through and through, wholeheartedly. One of my favorite books of all time. Okay, I keep saying that. Let's talk about it. So this book is following Vanessa Mazer and Aiden Graves. So Vanessa, this book starts off with Vanessa working as Aiden's assistant. Aiden is a professional NFL player, okay? And she's working as his assistant. He's like the grumps of all grumps. He barely talks to anyone. He doesn't really have like a lot of close-knit friends. He has friends, but he doesn't really have like anybody that he's super close with. He doesn't really... Our boy, he's a hard shell to crack, okay? He is. So at the beginning of the book, Vanessa is working as his assistant. She's also a graphic a graphic designer, and she's basically been working for him to save money and working as a full-time graphic designer. So she's been juggling the 2 jobs. Sorry about the noise outside. She's been juggling the 2 jobs. So she finally reaches her point where she's like, okay, I'm done, I'm quitting, I'm out of here. She quits. As she quit, she flips him off because he's like he let a situation happen. He let something slide that he shouldn't let slide. She was like, I'm over this, I'm out of here, flipped him off, left. Love that. Love that from our girl. You know, I just love a heroine that's like a little bit of feisty, a little bit of sass in her, just doesn't give any shit, and just doesn't take any shit. And Vanessa is that. I love her. Okay, love her down. So Vanessa quits. Aiden is from Canada, so he needs a green card to stay in the States because he doesn't want to play. He's like coming to the decision and like he doesn't want to play for his team that he's playing with, and he also like is tired of having like to get visas or whatever. So his solution is to basically get Vanessa to come back to work for him. He is persistent. He is showing up at her door. He is showing up on her steps. He is just showing up so Vanessa will come back. Okay, and then his solution. Well, she came up with the idea. But she came up with the idea for him. She came up with the idea for him to find someone to marry. And basically, he looked at her and said, "This is a great idea. Marry me." So Aiden and Vanessa end up getting married so that he can pay off her student loans and buy her house, and so he can become a citizen. So marriage convenience. Boom. Magic. This book has all of the things. That's why I love slow burns, because you get to see her relationship with Zach. You get to see her. Zach is one of Aiden's teammates. He also has a book, which is hands down. Love that book too. You get to see her relationship with Zach. You see her relationship with her best friend Diana. Diana also has a book. Wait for it. Love that book. I'll probably talk about it in another. I think I've probably already talked about it. I don't know. Anyway. So it just has all the things. She ends up going to the best. She ends up moving in, so they're living together. So it's just like you get all the details, you get all the feels, you like fall in love with these characters, and you just, it feels like home. It's just like, it's one of those books where you open the book and you feel like you're right there with them, living the story with them. And those are like the best books to have. Like when you're literally in a different universe and you feel like you're Vanessa, or you feel like you're literally in the house with Vanessa and Aiden. Like it has a lot of vibes. I love it. Okay, so we started off on a good note. Let's continue, because all these books I love. So I might be a little biased, but I love them all. So the next one was one of my favorite reads from last year, The Co-op. So this book is following Layren and Deacon. It's also kind of like a second chance romance type vibe. So I think I'm pronouncing her name right. Layren. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Sorry. Y'all know how I am. So Layren and Deacon, grandmothers, used to be married in a relationship. They both passed, and they both left Deacon and Layren the duplex that they were living in. So to renovate the duplex, Layren needs to get access to her trust fund, and to get access to her trust fund, she has to be married. So Deacon and Layren decide to get married. They both need the money that they will get from selling the house, so they are working on the house together. They're living together. They are doing all the construction work together. Layren is also kind of like, this is like reverse grumpy Shan. Yeah, because she's like the grump. She's a little sassy. I love it. Okay, she just recently dropped out of law school, and she's trying to figure out like what she wants to do with her life. He works in construction, and he's trying to get his construction business off the ground. So it just has like both their personalities. And honestly, I really enjoyed this book. It was a really cute read. It was easy to read. It was easy to follow along to, and it was just adorable. And the second chance romance comes into play because Layren and Deacon used to like hook up. It was like a friends with benefits thing when they were younger. Like I think they were like around 17, 18. because she used to visit her grandmother every summer. So it was like 17, 18. They started hooking up, and it like came to an abrupt end. And then she came back into town because of the duplex. He was there. You see, so that's how their situation happened. I haven't read this in over a year, because this was one of my first books I read in 2023. Okay, so we're gonna keep it going. I made a list also, so let me not forget, because last time in my last video I filmed, I said I made a list and I forgot 2 books on the list because I was just focusing on the physical copies. There go my sweet tea. Hold on, I need to grab another one. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a historical romance. The Duchess Dim. Okay, so we're going to talk about a Duchess. I can't remember their names. Hold on. 'Cause I remember everything that happened in the book, but I cannot remember their names. Why? Don't know. So the Duchess Jill is following the Duke of Ashby. I can't remember his name. Sorry. And Emma. So basically the Duke, he was in the war and he got blown up. And you know, it was back in like 1800s. So like most of his body is kind of like disfigured. He doesn't look like that. He's just basically scarred up. And he's been having a hard time finding someone to marry and finding a wife. He's also a duke, so he has to like have his name passed down. You get what I'm saying? So Emma is a seamstress, and she used to be Emma is a seamstress. Her father worked with the church. Okay, keep this in mind. So her father this is like, I'm trying to explain it. So basically Emma and the Duke get into a merge of convenience because he needs an heir. So something's in my eye. Okay, so Emma and the Duke end up in a marriage of convenience because she basically working at the same church doesn't really pay well. So she agrees to marry the Duke of Ashby, so that she could get a house and not get a house. What was I saying? So she doesn't have to worry about money and the stress of being a princess for the rest of her life. You know the vibes? And he needs an heir. And she was one of the only people that like, one of the only women that looked at him and like didn't like flinch or feel repulsed and blah 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 by him, which is actually like really sad. Like, ladies, please, we are better than that. But that's what the ladies in the day were doing. So they end up getting married, and of course they're living together, right? And he cannot believe that she's attracted to him and all that stuff. So then like he's trying to like push her away, and she keeps trying to get closer to him. It's just like a really cute historical romance. I really enjoyed it. It had comedy in there too. Like the banter between those two was hilarious. Like they were bantering, and like for a sort of romance, you know, like the banter be even funnier, because like sometimes just like, what kind of joke is this? But it's hilarious. Okay, so I enjoyed that book. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna try to do all the ones that I don't have the physical copy of, so that I don't forget. Okay, So the next one is Brutal Prince. Now you probably have already seen this book before. If you're in the book community, you probably have already seen this book. It's by Sophia Lark. And it's the first book in the Brutal Birthright series. I believe that's the series name. And this one is following Ada and Callum. So it's a merge of convenience because Ada... So this is a mafia romance, okay? Callum is about to be like the head of the Irish mafia in his family, right? And Ada is from the Italian mafia, right? And then the Italian and Irish mafia, they weren't really like in cahoots. And then it made it even worse when, why did I say cahoots? Anyway, so it made it even worse when Ada snuck into the house because they were throwing a party for Callum's sister. I think the party was for Tessa. Tessa is the next book in the series. Anyway, that's besides the point. So Nessa, not Tessa. So that's besides the point. So Ada sneaks into the house and she accidentally sets the library on fire. Right. So she sets the library on fire. She runs out the house. They all know that it's her. She also stole a watch when she ran out of the house. Why did my girl Ada do that? I really don't know what was her reasoning behind it. Honestly, I can't recall.